All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Finish the Story. I am your host, Keegan Ray. I'm joined here by my co-host and producer, Trent Ludzak. Happy Fridays, guys.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, we're back in the
Yeah.
studio. So did you get it cleaned up? What happened with the smell?
The smell?
With the smell, what happened?
It finished decomposing,
Oh,
we'll say. Yeah.
that's
So
not
I
what
had a
wanted to
guy
hear.
out. I had a guy out, and
Yeah.
but he was like a pest control guy. And it was the landlord sent this guy out.
Yeah, so he might have been a pest control guy.
No, he was a pest control
Okay.
guy. And he came out and he like did a whole thing. Like he went around and basically he's like, mice definitely can get in here whenever they feel like.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's kind of what you get for like a cheap place.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it
know,
is
you
what
just
it
live
is.
with
And
it.
it's getting cold, so they're coming inside.
Yeah. But they're all over the place. Basically, he narrowed it down to he thinks something died in the bathroom,
Oh,
like the bathroom fan,
yeah.
somewhere in there.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah. But here's the thing. He's not allowed to remove anything.
Why?
He's just there for like
Oh, 'cause
basically an
yeah.
inspection
Okay.
consultation thing.
That's
So
crazy.
he's like, I guess, just cover the smell until it goes away is the best thing to
That's
do.
the best
I'm
solution.
like,
Maybe that's what the
damn.
vinegar was. Just cover the smell until
I
it
mean,
goes away.
I didn't use vinegar.
I know, but I'm saying maybe that's the whole idea behind the vinegar is that the
Yeah.
vinegar will just overpower the death.
Yeah, but I don't want to smell vinegar all the time.
I mean, I don't want to smell death all the time.
It's a good point.
Isn't it crazy when your landlords send people out and they like send somebody out that's like definitely not qualified?
My landlord's been pretty good, and in fact, I'm fairly certain that he's probably not happy about that. This guy's like, oh, now we've got to do a whole like
Yeah.
fit because like they're in like the air conditioning.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're gonna have
Yeah.
to fucking tear some shit out.
It's gonna be a thing.
Dude, one time I had a landlord.
That's how my rent's not gonna go up too much next
That's
year.
how I'm gonna get a couple of months free. No, I had a landlord one time, and I woke up in the morning, and the toilet is literally just volcano erupting shit. Like just like I woke up to banjo like jumping on my face. I look over, the toilet's just all this shit water, like so much nasty shit that it had toilet paper in it. So as this water's just flowing from my toilet, I'm like freaking out. So I called the landlord and I'm like, yo, you got to get somebody here now.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, I'll send somebody down. So as I'm freaking out, I'm trying to mop this shit. I'm like trying to contain it. This
Yeah.
dude comes in. He goes, hey, what's up? Are you Keegan? I'm like, yeah, man. Are you the guy that the landlord sent? He goes, yeah.
I'm here to help mop.
Yeah. No, dude, he just stares at it with me, and we're sitting there, and we're watching the water come out, and he goes, you should probably call a plumber. I was like, what are you? He's like, oh,
I'm just a guy.
I'm just staying upstairs. I'm like, why the fuck would they call you, dude? Like, I can do that. It was so crazy. Then they
So-
wouldn't, they just like didn't want to pay for the floor.
So I actually don't know the landlord at all.
What do you mean? You never met him?
No, it goes through a property management company.
What?
So it's not bad actually, because like
That's
basically
crazy,
I had like there's like an app that you use and then it's then the phone. So like on my phone, I have an app that I can
Yeah.
go to and put in all my requests and everything.
Hmm.
So I just put in a request on there, and then like they sent me. They're like, "Hey, these people are gonna call you sometime tomorrow
Yeah.
to set up an
Yeah, yeah.
appointment."
It's kind of like apartment complexes, sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's
like,
better
yeah,
and worse sometimes.
yeah. I mean, I haven't had any problems with it.
Nah, I mean,
They gave me a bottle of wine when I moved in. It's got to be fancy.
that's how they get you, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
it was
like,
a
"You gave me
screw
a bottle
top.
of wine."
It was a screw top. There
Most
wasn't a
wines are,
cork.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, most wines are screw tops now. Like even the nice shit.
Nah, lame.
They had to quit.
Lame.
You're like, mow the forest down. I don't give a fuck.
You gotta mow because nature is always coming for us. We need to defeat nature.
Yeah, we need to do a preemptive strike on
Yeah.
nature.
I mean, we've been doing it. We're
Control burns.
We're on the right track.
Yeah, I think we're doing the right thing with chemtrails. You're like, I
This-
think.
yeah. Yeah. Well, chemtrails are a whole made up thing.
Yeah. So what
Yeah.
is it?
So
Explain it to me, because I've never really heard anybody go into it.
So chemtrails is basically just condensation that comes from like basically extreme pressure of like
Right. So
a solid thing just blasting through the sky.
so why do they think that it's like heavy metals or whatever the fuck they're putting up there?
Because they have and maybe do actually put some stuff up there, like some like weird. I think it's like aluminum.
Oh shit, that's
some like aluminum
can't
thing
be fucking good for
where they
you.
put it up there. But like there is weather manipulation techniques
Yeah.
that exist.
Dude, can you believe my mom said when she was growing up in Louisiana, like back in the day, they would have mosquito trucks that would drive down the street. And she was like, and all the kids would run behind it.
Bruh.
Like, what the fuck? I was like, that's probably what's wrong with you.
Nope.
Like, that cannot be good for you to
Yeah.
run down the. That's like such a white trash thing to do, too. It's like
Yeah.
the mosquito truck is coming. We're just going to go run behind it.
Well, it's crazy. Like, we've been going for so many generations now of just poisoning ourselves.
It's insane.
It's pretty cool.
It's fucking insane,
No,
dude.
but
Like
like-
Agent Orange, like what the fuck? The burn pits.
But evolutionarily, like, where is that going to take us? Like, are we going to get some mutant
Fucking-
powers eventually? You know
I
what
was
I mean?
just thinking that. I was like, the Atomic Avenger. I don't know.
The Toxic Avenger?
Yeah. Or you, I know, I was trying to combine them all together. Or you just end up like that dude from the Goonies. Like Hills Have
I
Eyes.
think, yeah. I
Just-
mean, those
ugh.
they're the future, those people.
Yeah, the future. Middle America. That's our future. That fucking yeah.
Did I ever tell you when I was in El Paso, when I was stationed there, it came out that there were like hundreds of barrels of toxic waste found just buried in the desert, like not that
How
far
much
from
do you
Fort
think
Bliss.
that is going on though? You know what I mean? Like if they find that, how much more do you think is buried out there? Just you can bury whatever you want in the desert. Like how the fuck are they gonna find that?
I'm trying. Let me check the news. This was years ago too, so
So it was just toxic waste that somebody fucking put out in the desert?
yeah. Well, it was like they were testing, nuclear stuff out in like Nevada and stuff, like New
just
Mexico.
Like drop it in El Paso.
Yeah. Well, they're like, we can't take all this back to base with us. Let's
That's
just
fucking-
bury it a little.
That's what I'm
ways out
saying.
of
How
us.
much shit do you think is buried out in the desert?
Dude, I mean, I was in El Paso, like I was stationed at Fort Bliss,
Yeah.
and man, it really is just the desert out there. It's crazy.
I know. Once you start driving through the United States, you're like, bro, what are we doing? Like, we're
Yeah.
all just on top of each other in a city fighting about dumb shit. It's like, there's so much space out there. Just fucking
Do you want to
move.
live out there?
No. But if a bunch of people lived out there
That's
and
the
we
thing.
made it like here, wouldn't it be?
No.
What sucks about out there is
It would
that
be
there's
Austin,
nothing.
Texas.
Oh, I hear Austin,
Austin.
is fucking rough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll get there eventually, but I am not I'm not overly,
You're not looking forward to it.
I'm not overly interested in going to like the big comedy scene, like the bigger than Atlanta comedy scenes. I like to go and crush in smaller towns.
Yeah, you're like, I like the smaller towns that don't have a comedy club. They're just happy I'm at the bowling alley.
Well,
You
no,
know?
like what I'm trying to get onto is towns that are a little smaller that do have comedy clubs,
yeah,
because then you can start getting into like a small circuit. That's the goal.
yeah. That is the goal. Doing comedy as much as you can. Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit.
And like being able to set up runs in different areas.
Yeah, and we just interview people and have them come tell stories. Yeah, that seems like
the
like
goal.
if we can monetize all of that, yeah, that seems like the goal.
That's the monetization is really like the secret thing.
Yeah.
Like the
Well, that's why
twist.
you get a lot of people that aren't the funniest or are successful, because it's like that's not really to be at that level of success. Like you got to figure out how to market yourself. Like you got to figure out how
Yeah.
to sell whatever you have. Like you have to figure out how to sell that.
Yeah.
And it's like I think the key is figuring out how to sell something, but sell it that's genuine. You know what I mean? Like not
Yeah.
like taint the product and be a fucking douchebag or get too big to where like you
Yeah.
completely lose touch with everyone.
Yeah, that's the losing touch is kind of, but like that's
or
kind
lose
of the
touch
goal.
and be hilarious.
Here's the thing,
Like Tim Dillon.
the goal is kind of to lose touch,
Yeah, definitely.
but make enough getting there that it doesn't matter.
Or eat enough mushrooms to keep yourself just keep yourself fucking on an even
I
kill.
call that Plan C.
Yeah, everybody's like, you got to keep friends around you that'll call you out. I'm like, yeah, this mushrooms. Like, you
Yeah.
can
No, that's Plan C for me.
what?
It's just-
mushrooms.
Is just overdose so that you're just a different person and be like, Let's see if I can do anything as this
Yeah.
person.
Pull a what's his name? Shane Moss.
Yeah. Well, now isn't he just like talking to scientists now?
I think so. I went and saw
He's
before
like
that. I
insufferable
went and
Joe
saw
Rogan
that.
now?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, just doing like weird rambling TED Talks. Like, please stop me if I get to that point. Well, I'm
Yeah.
just like taking too much Adderall and just screaming at people in like an auditorium.
Is he still doing Adderall?
No, I have no idea.
I hope not.
No, I just see
hope
it like
he's
those
clean.
self-help guys, bro.
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy on Barstool. Sometimes he'll post a video and I'm like, whoa, dude, Jesus Christ. I mean, I've seen a video of me on coke. It's not good.
Did you see when Portnoy caught a reporter? That was so funny. Cause like, but I mean, that lady did handle it really well.
Yeah.
Like she really gave up nothing. But like she gave up nothing, but like the fact that she gave up nothing is kind of like what says everything.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy too. Like he's made so much money off of like gambling
Yeah.
and bros.
And he is a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, most of his fans have fake IDs. Do you know what I'm saying? Like most of his fan base
He really
have fake
yeah.
IDs. He's on a podcast with like a TikTok person.
He's really that freshman year of college energy.
Yeah, the Van Wilder of podcasting.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a fake ID?
No.
No, never.
Well, so I was just like stealing beers from my dad every once in a while. I had like one like real get drunk event
Outdoor fridge or indoor?
indoor.
Oh, okay.
I would have to like when everybody would go to bed, like sneak up and grab one.
Nice. What beer?
Miller High Life most of the time.
Nice. The
Yeah,
ponies?
dude, the good. No.
Oh, dude, the ponies
No,
are the best.
The real thing.
Yeah.
Because we're men in my household.
I think that makes me
Don't
feel
give
like
me
a
a
man, dude. Like
fucking-
when I hold a pony, I feel like Andre the Giant, bro.
That's not how it works.
Yeah,
That's
have you ever seen that picture of him?
like
holding
you
a
like
beer?
girls with small hands for the same reason. I feel like.
Absolutely, bro. Women of age with small hands. Let's be very specific. I'll be throwing my name, besmirching my name. Like you like girls with small hands. Whoa, dude.
Fair enough.
This is not fucking Epstein's Island. Settle down.
That's a good correction there.
Which is so weird to me that those dudes were all like obsessed with massages. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
every time you read those, you're like, that's fucking insult to injury. I'm being
Yeah.
sex slaved and I have to rub your shoulders. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Wait, did you have a fake ID?
Oh, fuck you. Yeah. We got them.
You said that like you had a few.
No, just we all like a big thing in Athens was we would get like older brothers. Like, never mind, my brother was always a dick about it.
Yeah.
But like you would get like somebody's older brother, their ID would expire and they'd let
Yeah.
you have it. And then we'd pass IDs back in Athens. So you go up
Okay.
to the door guy and you show the ID, they let you in. Then you go out on the patio like 5 minutes later
Oh,
and you
yeah.
pass it back. Dude, I was so drunk one time. They were doing that at the Auburn football game. I went to go visit my friends. And I didn't realize that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
So they're trying to pass it back. And I was like, that's not mine. That's not mine. Dude, stop. Stop
Just
giving it to me.
blowing
They're
up
like,
the spot. Bro, you can't.
so drunk. Just not
Oh.
even putting together what was happening.
And then you didn't get in that bar, I'm sure.
Heck, they let me in, but they shouldn't have.
They shouldn't have.
No, they shouldn't have. The guy looked at me like, Jesus Christ. Because it was a student ID I was passing back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't even an ID. It was just a
That's-
student ID. Bro, you would go up to bouncers in Athens and with like a black guy's ID. You know, they're just like, whatever. Like,
At this point, can you come up with a card?
yeah.
If you
No.
did you ever try to hand them like a gift card?
Dude,
and
our
just see
roommate
what happened?
in college had a fake ID on a Moe's card. So it was legit on one side, but it said Moe's on the other. So these people would be like, will you take that out for me? And they'd be holding it up and it says fucking Moe's and they would never look at the back. Like we'd be sitting there looking like, dude, we went to Disney World with that Moe's fake ID. Shit worked everywhere. We were
That's
so hammered.
amazing.
Little John got so drunk at Germany and Epcot, he was just fucking a menace. Like he was a menace.
He's a big man.
Oh, dude, that's what me and my roommate were talking about. He was like just talking shit, everybody walking, not like shit, just kind of like roasting people and being like, look at this motherfucker right here. And then
Yeah.
Mark goes,
But way too loud.
yeah, Mark was like, what are we gonna do if he gets like crazy? I was
Yeah.
like, run. Like,
Run.
get the fuck out of here, bro.
Dude, Lil Jon can take how many? I mean, Germans. I think he would go down.
In
quick.
Germany too, it's like
Yeah.
yeah.
Bro, I feel like
He was
one
drinking them big ass German beers.
like one stocky guy could take out Lil Jon. I feel like in in Germany.
I don't know, dude. It would be it would be a tussle in Epcot. That's what we're
Yeah.
talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. So
A tussle in
nobody
Epcot.
fucking wins. You know, if you start
That's true.
wrestling people in Epcot
If you
and
fight-
you're underage, it's a fucking problem, dude.
Yeah, that's
It's like,
that's gonna go on your permanent record.
Yeah, that's
young
a-
man.
dude. Yeah, we got wasted in Epcot.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
and then
I
sat
went
next
to
to some
Korea.
poor people at the Japan hibachi.
Yeah.
Like
Hell yeah.
the worst table to draw. 3 of us in college hammered.
Yeah, but like they're probably watching them more than you guys because they're like these pores might take something. You know?
Yeah.
We got to keep an eye on these pores.
Yeah.
They're going to take all our forks.
All the silver glasses.
Dude, women love stealing glasses.
Dude, they do. What
It's
the
so-
fuck is that about?
I'm glad that we both got to that at the same time.
I have all these Taco Mac mugs because I had a roommate who dated a girl from Taco Mac,
Oh,
and every
no.
night she would come home with those mugs, and we're like, "What are
dated-
you doing?"
He dated a girl from Taco Mac.
Oh yeah, she was like the head bartender at Taco Mac.
Oh no.
The worst.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Dude.
a
I mean, and Lord knows I worked in sports bar, but the worst smell I think is either barbecue or sports bar. When you come home, you smell like fucking chicken
yeah, to
wings and
work there.
beer. Ugh, so bad.
I don't know. When I was a teenager, I worked at an amusement park and they put me in the cotton candy stand my first day. That's a weird thing to come home,
Oh.
dude. You ever come home sticky?
Yeah, I was just
You
thinking,
just-
bro, your hands are sticky like a toddler.
You're just covered.
That shit was crazy.
You can't stand still too long ever because your shoes will just come off.
So what did you have to do? Just like whip it around? You did the little stick?
Yeah. But like I was like 15, so I couldn't use the thing. It was machinery, so I was just like.
Oh, you were
cleaning
the
shit.
bag boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was pretty. It
that
was
sucks.
register.
Because I think the thing would be awesome.
Yeah.
The thing
no,
looks
that
like
would
that
be
would
fun.
be the shit.
But
Like
here's-
that would be the whole thing.
And bro, they had us in an enclosed room with 2 cotton candy machines.
That can't be good for you.
Where it's like, you know, the amusement park one where it's like the place, it's just like a whole building
Mhm.
and there's just windows.
Yeah.
And there's 2 windows on either side of the thing. And you're just in a cloud of sugar.
Yeah, I was
just
about to say, just
airborne
breathing in
all
sugar,
day.
just coating your lungs.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Well, you know, it fucked people up doing flour, like doing pizzas and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people later on in life are like, well, that was a fucking mistake.
Yeah.
I was just breathing flour all day.
Bro, when I was doing brewery, when you're crushing grain, you got to wear respirator because
Like a liberal. No, I'm just kidding.
no, I said a respirator, not
Oh,
a mask.
oh, I know.
Keegan.
I'm just kidding.
Come on, man.
My bad, bro.
But no, it was don't call me a liberal.
You're like, but no, seriously, I'll fucking
By the way, I'll
quit
get
this
you-
podcast
I'll-
right now.
I'll get just as mad if you call me a Republican.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I'm not involved in that.
Yeah,
stupid-
you're like, bro, I don't fucking
Yeah,
vote.
yeah.
Like, nothing is better than getting in an argument with somebody and letting them just keep going. And then you go, I don't even vote. Dude, it
I don't
just,
even-
it fucking devastates people.
I can get ramped up in political arguments
Yeah.
sometimes. It's not
I
good.
try not to.
It's
I
not
try
good.
not
It's a toxic trait that I'm trying to remove from myself.
Yeah. Because most of the people don't even fucking care.
No.
Like, they're never going to change. Whatever the fuck they think is what they think.
But like I know enough about it that I can't fully get rid of it because it is fun to do that.
Yeah.
I just need to make sure I don't get drawn in.
Right. Because it's like all of a sudden you're like, well, now I'm watching the fucking
Yeah.
propaganda.
Now I care.
You know, like I'm watching this. I'm getting fucking
Yeah.
radicalized on either
Yeah.
way. But no, so
Anyway, let's get off politics.
yeah, I was
so
about
Israel,
to say. So hold
Palestine.
on. Speaking of, I was about to say. Speaking of voter fraud and fake ID. No, dude. So I had a friend, right? He had an ID. So in Gwinnett County, they would do this thing where we knew an older guy that would get IDs made. Where like
Oh, nice.
wherever he got it, it was legit.
Like a
they would-
real shady
yeah.
guy.
Obviously, it didn't have all of the holograms,
like
but
Creed from The Office.
yeah, it would get it done. Like you could get in
Yeah.
places. So our buddy, he loved this ID. right? So
He
he took
loved it?
Yeah, because it was like the
It
golden
just always
ticket, bro.
worked.
It worked. Yeah, golden ticket.
Okay.
So we're in Florida. We're in Destin. We're at a place called Cash's Liquor, right?
Cash's Liquor.
Yeah.
No
So-
way this guy's gonna catch me, right? Right? There's no way.
So we go walking in Cash's Liquor. First mistake. Shouldn't even have gone into Cash's because it's just like immediately off the bat, it's like some big redneck dude, like biker looking guy behind the counter. You're like, this is a problem. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So we walk in, and we weren't even buying booze at the time. We were just buying blunts. So we were using this ID that we bought beer and like liquor with just for blunts. We wanted a pack of Swishers so we could smoke. So we go in there, and the dude's like, takes his ID, and he's like, nah, this ain't real.
Like immediately.
Immediately.
Got
So
it.
I'm sitting there, I'm like looking at stuff, and I hear this. I like look over, I'm like, oh shit. So my buddy Travis is standing at the register. He's like, nah, dude, like, just give it back then. He's like, nah, man, this is a fake ID. I'm going to keep it. And he's like, nah, why don't you just give it back to me and we'll just leave. We'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So they start arguing. So I'm like listening to it kind of ramp up. And then I just see Travis go, and I'll never forget this move. He goes, listen, it's a real ID. And he leans over and goes, because the governor signed right here. So he goes to like point at it.
Yeah. And then
Snatches it out of the dude's hand and just takes off running.
buddy.
Now I see that, I'm like, holy shit! Like I can't even fathom that he just snatched this fucking ID out of this dude's hand. So the dude comes hauling ass around the counter. So I'm like, and Travis just books it out. So as I'm looking over, he starts running towards me, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I start running. He starts grabbing my shirt, so I had to do the like fucking NFL swim move. So
Whoa.
I swam him, and I'm like running out the door. I look up, Travis is halfway across the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like totally fucking abandoned
like
me.
he just you're
Yeah, he's like, later, dude. So he's running, he's hauling ass. So I'm trying to get away from this dude. Well, as I'm running, the dude starts screaming. He's like, stop them. They stole. So some guy in a truck thinks we just ran out with like liquor. So he's like hauling ass to go get Travis. So I'm running, the dude's chasing me. This car is now chasing Travis.
Whoa.
So as I'm watching Travis, I'm like, there's a 4-lane highway in Destin, like right through the middle of Destin, Florida. There's like this
Okay.
4-lane highway, and there's a median in the middle.
sounds safe.
Dude, Travis just turns around, sees this car chasing him. He just takes off into the middle of this fucking 4-lane. Like cars slamming on the
Frogger.
brakes.
Full Frogger.
He's like, fuck that. Yeah, full Frogger, because he's like, you're in a car. Like, I got a better
Yeah.
chance weaving through this. So the dude almost T-boned somebody. It was crazy. It was fucking crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, we ended up like running and meeting up in a parking garage. And I was
You
like,
guys got out?
dude, yeah, we got away because we split. And then
That-
we got back to this parking deck, and we're like in the parking deck. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And he goes,
Wait.
dude.
Did that guy T-bone somebody?
Almost.
he
He
did.
had to slam on the
Oh,
brakes,
okay.
and Travis just kind of froggered across.
I was gonna say if he T-boned a guy, then
Oh.
like that's what does the shop owner now say to that guy who says who lied about you
Yeah,
guys
tried to do a
stealing?
citizen's arrest.
What did they take? No, it was just fake IDs, but I needed to catch him.
Well,
It's
no.
like-
Then when we got back to the to the parking deck, he goes, "I got the Swishers." He stole them off the counter
Wow.
on his way out. I know, dude. What a pro move.
So they did. So he didn't lie.
he did steal.
He
Yeah,
didn't lie.
He did steal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Your friend's a piece of shit.
I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, your friend was a piece of shit.
I know. I
That's-
know.
You got to not hang out with people like that. What the fuck?
Dude, one of the first times he met his neighbors, he ended up fist fighting one of the guys that lived like a couple doors down. But that was the first time he ever met his neighbors. Some
That's-
dude called him gay.
And he fought him.
Yeah, dude. Just like lost his
Florida-
mind. Like
Florida?
No, this was at Athens.
Athens.
Yeah, ended up just like beating the shit out of like 2 different people.
I don't know if I need to go to Athens.
No,
I've
it's a
never
lot
been.
of drunk people doing dumb shit, man.
Okay.
People are real. It's a college town, so
It's like
people are very
Savannah-
unpredictable.
Savannah, but not as pretty.
Savannah with a ton of frat guys.
Ugh.
Yeah, because it's a
Yeah.
college.
I don't need
Yeah,
to
yeah,
know.
frat. Dave Portnoy's running around in boat shoes and a
bunch of-
fucking problem.
Just a bunch of Portnoys running around raiding pizza.
You know the rules. 1 bite. Like, shut the fuck up. You know how many people say that in like every college pizza place?
Bro, I would if I worked at one of those, I would murder somebody for sure. I would be like, and here's the thing, I would probably do it to the highest rating. honestly. I would just be like, just to establish that, like, I'm not doing this because it's a low rating. I'm doing this because it upsets me that you did it.
Yeah.
You know? I really need to send that message.
Yeah.
That way when I'm making pizzas in the prison line, nobody will fuck with me.
Yeah, you're like, nobody's going to fuck with me in line. I've already made that statement.
This guy murdered somebody over food.
Yeah.
They got him in the kitchen. Why'd they put him in the kitchen?
Yeah, why'd they put him back here?
He murdered somebody when they wouldn't put him in the kitchen.
I mean, but it is frustrating. I could
Yeah.
see murdering somebody over food.
Oh, yeah. Food, I mean, technically it's one of the most primal things. So
That's in
so
our
if
genes.
anything's worth murdering for, it technically isn't food.
So
one of them.
what would be an inexcusable, now I have to kill you with food? Like, what is your, now I have to kill you food? Like, what is your biggest pet peeve with food?
Okay, so we do have to get pretty far out there, I think. Like, I think it's if, like, it's been done in movies and shit, where it's like there's two people that are lost in the woods, and then one guy is like, can you hand me one of those protein bars? And the other guy's like, oh, I ate all of them.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's no food, no
So
idea when
last
we're
rations.
Yeah, if that happens, I'm going to murder that guy. And here's the thing. At this point, the food's all gone, and I'm not going to do cannibalism. So, like, the food's gone. I'm just murdering him because it'll make me feel better.
Yeah, it's just something to do. It's like a rage room.
Like, we could keep going on.
Yeah, we could have gone on together and
but,
found
like,
more food.
I'm not going to be able to keep walking with that in my head.
I could not, I know this is going to, I could not imagine being in, like, the Dahmer party. Do you understand?
The Donner Party?
Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
You
the
mixed
Donner Party. So could you imagine?
The Dahmer Party, I bet, was lit, dude.
It's kind of the same thing, right?
Just
they ended up
ripping
being the Dahmer Party.
No, the Dahmer Party is ripping MGDs and sucking dicks, dude. It only gets dark if you stay too late.
It did. Before the killings, it was a good time.
Yeah. No, well, that's what he was. He would go get hammered, and find a hammered person, and be like, "Come back with me," and then they would just keep drinking until he would get his courage up.
Yeah, and his apartment
then,
smelled like the studio.
Like this. Yeah, last week.
The maintenance guy's probably looking at you like,
No.
Are you sure these are mice?
We're pretty sure. I could show you some things that would make you a little uncomfortable.
No, so the Donner Party.
Yeah,
could you
Donner
imagine
Party.
the level of bitching that was going on with the women in that group? Like, I could not imagine not having food for 2 days.
Well, they weren't allowed to talk, so.
What do you mean?
It was like, that was old-timey, dude.
Oh,
Women's
yeah.
suffrage didn't happen yet. Nah, dude, they had to shut the fuck up and write their journals.
My girlfriend didn't eat the other day. Like, she fucking had a full-on toddler meltdown. Like, she was such a bitch. And I'm like, what is your fucking problem? She's like, I haven't eaten today. And I just was thinking about, like, imagine being stranded in the middle of the ocean and just having to deal with that. You're like, well,
Yeah.
I'm going to kill him.
Not doing it. We're not doing it.
Because it was just a boat of women. Titanic, women and children, just a boat full of crying children and bitching women. Holy shit.
If you're one of the dudes that gets on a
That's
lifeboat.
what I'm saying. You're the one guy, like, I'll protect these women. 2 days in, you're like, I'll take my fucking chances with the sharks.
Like, I'm going to just
I'll freeze
jump
to death.
This water is cold. I bet I'll be dead in 90 seconds.
I will freeze to death before I listen to her fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Bro, I think.
Or heaven forbid that you went on the Titanic with your wife and it was your idea. Like, you planned it and she didn't want to go. Oh, my God.
Well,
the whole time you're in a fucking dinghy, it was just, you're like laying on a door and we just had to fucking go to the Titanic. I told you, we should have just went to my mother's. Or just.
You're like, honestly, this is a better way to die than at your mother's.
Just
let me go.
Yeah.
That's how that movie really ended. They just
he was sick of her bitching.
He was just playing romantic.
Yeah, she was getting clingy. She's like, oh my God, when we leave here, like, we're gonna be a thing and we'll do.
He's like, right. Have fun with that.
He's like, Jesus, I got a stage 5 clinger. I fucked this chick once in a car.
I mean, a car and a boat. And let's be real, at that time in history, pretty remarkable.
I have never thought about that. Your fucking brain, dude.
I mean, I just thought of it. It's not like I've
That's
thought
so
about
funny.
this before.
You're like, dude, I was like, wow, maybe that's why they chose the car. He was like, Rose, can you fucking believe it? He's like, we're in a car on a boat in the ocean and I'm inside of you. He's like, this is science, babe.
It's the ultimate
This is
turducken.
the fucking future. He's like, next thing you know, we'll be on the fucking moon, Rose.
Fuck on the moon. Do you think astronauts jerk off in space, right?
Absolutely. You're in a space station. Like,
But that cleanup, dude.
men jerk off
It's gotta-
wherever they are, bro.
But they probably don't do it a lot because it's got to be the roughest post-nut clarity. Like, imagine having to catch your...
Yeah,
catch
giving
it.
yourself a facial and you're just like, damn, dude. The fuck am I doing?
Well, just like... Or like...
I mean, that's the same way if you come on your stomach, you get, before you get a towel, you're like, what
Bro.
am I fucking doing, dude?
Somebody comes in and...
Yeah, if
You,
you
like-
get caught with cum on you, that's worse than getting caught jerking off.
Here's what I almost think is worse is somebody walks in and it's just floating in the air in a bunch of droplets.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's not even on you, it's just around. Or like
So
one...
what do they have to
Or
do?
like
come
one
in a cup?
long weird liquid snake.
Let's say allegedly astronauts are real. Would they have to come in a cup?
Do you think there's a NASA designed device? Like, are
Yeah,
they
it's
getting
a sock.
Are they
It's
getting
just, they went back to the basics.
Are they getting auto blows out there? You think?
Yeah, maybe, dude.
That would be
maybe.
maybe,
It's a robot.
bro. Mount it on the wall and just have it jettison out, bro. Just
Just
so
animals,
so
bro.
your oats
Just
into
animals.
space.
Just coming through space. Just aliens are like, these fucking idiots. They finally got off Earth and they're still just pulling their dick.
I mean, yeah, it's the funnest thing to do.
It's so funny. I mean, that had to be like one of the first things we did as a
Yeah.
person.
No, yeah,
That was it.
for sure.
For sure.
I mean, I think it was like make a tool, like,
And then fuck it.
and I feel like the first tool
Like
was,
they didn't know that they could roll the wheel. He's just like fuck in the middle of it. And
What if-
somebody was like, wait a minute.
I think the first
Get your
tool.
dick
here's-
out of there and we'll put a spoke in the middle.
I think that we had tools way before like spears and stuff. It was
Yeah.
just we weren't making stuff that would stick around. Cause like a
Oh,
fleshlight,
see, that makes sense.
like a fleshlight made out of a gourd. If you just leave it outside, is only around for like a couple months.
Yeah, they were definitely
You
fucking
know what I mean?
pumpkins,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. That's. I bet that's where Halloween.
I wonder where
started.
they figured out, like, hey, quit fucking that goat. Like, hey, leave that goddamn sheep alone.
Some places they still have it.
Because sheep, that seems like the wool, people probably laying
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
But you know how fucking bad animals smell?
Yeah. Well, you don't.
Horrendous.
You also haven't bathed if it's
Yeah,
a
if
long
you're
time
fucking a
ago.
sheep, you smell horrendous.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
you're
say
not
that's a big thing in New Zealand.
fucking sheep.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have no idea. That's fucking...
I mean, they
you
do
would have
say
to
that
be
New
the
Zealand's-
loneliest
yeah.
man in the world.
bro. That
Dude, the level of depravity that you
have you ever heard how you
This is going to be good on the timestamps. Fucking sheep.
ever heard why you're supposed to fuck a goat by a cliff?
No. What?
Yeah, you push it right up by the cliff so that it pushes back at you.
Oh, my God.
That's an old one. I can't believe you haven't heard that.
No, I've never heard that. I
That's
don't like the
like,
mental image. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
like the
No,
mental image.
that was like an old army joke.
Ugh.
Yeah, the army's not a good place. Don't idolize these people, guys. They are alcoholics for the most part.
Dude.
I
Yeah.
mean, some of them are doing wild shit, but like most of them are drinking a lot.
Yeah. I mean, we were around my buddy's roommate that brought that guy home that was in the army, and he was drunk as fuck, just
Yeah.
talking crazy, and we were on mushrooms. Like, whoa, dude. I never told you that?
That would be a bad energy.
Oh yeah, dude. So he was sitting around this table and he's telling us this story, and he's just like, the way he's telling the story is he's very like
Was he a combat guy or like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
he was
Patrick?
fucked up. No, he
Oh,
was in
okay.
combat. That's what he was telling us. He's like,
That's-
and he liked to talk about it. So he's like
that's-
telling us about shooting somebody
Ooh,
because
that's worse.
she asked, "Have you ever shot somebody?" Which is like a loaded fucking question. You know
You
what I
did.
mean?
That's her fault.
But we're sitting there, and our responses on the other side of the table are just like, and he's telling this very intense story. He looks over, he's like, "Y'all all right?" And my buddy's just like, "We're on mushrooms. We're on mushrooms." He's like, "Oh," everybody was like, "Oh no, I'm so, oh no." I mean, I was like listening to this dude tell a story, and not even really what he was saying, just his like demeanor was so intense and
Yeah.
so drunk,
Oh,
and
yeah.
being around him on psychedelics, I was just like,
Oh yeah.
what kind of a fucking person is this?
No.
And he
but
kept
it's
going,
Crazy.
"Well, you know, it was my job, and it was I just did my job better." You're like, dude,
Cool.
that's a cold realization. Hey,
good for you.
sweet, dude. Like, what the fuck do we say to that? Yeah.
Congratulate. I'll golf clap you. I'll give you
Yeah.
a golf clap on that.
All right, did you want another White Claw?
I mean, I didn't do any like. It's
it was
crazy.
just intense, man.
Yeah.
It was very intense to share with strangers.
Well, have you ever heard the number that I think the Army uses for every one deployable combat soldier, like infantry soldier, there's 22 other people in the Army, basically in the support line.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So almost no, like the vast majority of people's experience in the Army
It's
is
just chilling.
is
Not chilling, but you know what I'm saying?
it's-
Not in
yeah,
combat.
just doing not just. being
That's
real
crazy. I
drunk.
didn't even know that. That's a
Yeah.
huge statistic.
It's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's a ton of fucking people. How many
Yeah.
people do you think are in the?
Why do you think the defense budget is so big?
Because they're moving that shell game.
Healthcare, housing, all of that for all
that
of those
shell
people.
game. Somebody's making money. Follow the
Oh, yeah.
money.
And by the way, it's not them. They're making beer money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you don't have to pay like rent. Like you basically have your phone bill and gas and car, and
Yeah.
that's all you ever like have to pay. And then you get food usually because the food that they do dock your pay for that's on base is usually not very good.
No,
No.
I couldn't
So-
imagine. Like, but you can go get your own groceries or
Yeah,
no?
yeah. Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay.
But like you just have there's like a kitchen. You like the barracks usually will have one kitchen room on each floor.
Yeah.
And like that's like common area.
I bet that shit gets nasty as fuck.
Yeah. Dude,
Dude,
in El Paso.
how many
it's
how many
rough.
guys? How many
In-
guys are sharing a kitchen?
So many. Like
Dude, no fucking way. I share a kitchen with one person and we fucking fight.
like let's say like 40 rooms, 2 people a room usually.
Oh my god, 80 people
Yeah.
sharing a fucking
Per,
kitchen?
per floor.
No way.
And
No
then there's
way.
one kitchen. But here's the thing: like in Korea, it was fun because it was like a bigger space, and there was it was like a party area. Where
Yeah.
like it would be cleaned up because people would be using it.
I mean,
Consistently.
Korea just seems like it would be so much more fun than El Paso.
Bro, we had this
Just so much more fun.
guy. I think he was Puerto Rican, and he was making hot wings once, and it was like,
Checks out.
buddy, these hot wing, like he was making the sauce, and I had to leave the room.
Oh my god, it was that
I
hot.
was like, he just making it. I
He's
was
like,
mm.
he's filming hot ones.
Yeah, like like I wasn't that into hot food then, but I am now, and I still don't know if I would have tried it. Would like,
No, dude.
now, nah.
Mm-mm.
Like he probably blew out half of the unit's assholes
dude, that's what I was just
just
thinking.
in one swoop.
Oh, dude, everybody, 80 people just shitting like an
Yeah.
emergency. What was
Yeah.
the bathroom situation? One in every room, or
Every room had a bathroom.
okay, that's not too bad.
Actually, in El Paso, it was 1 bathroom for 2 rooms.
Really?
Yeah, so you would have like, we would call them suite mates. So you'd have your room with usually 2 people, and and then there would be like hallway bathroom, and on the other side of that there would be another room of 2 people, and you would have like a
So 4 people, 1 bathroom.
yeah,
Oh, dude, 4 dudes in 1 bathroom is rough.
dude. Basic training was tough.
I feel like you're constantly smelling the shit, like
Yeah.
forever.
Well, we would
forever.
a lot of times we would turn on the showers to super hot and just like
Oh, steaming out.
like Friday, Saturday night, the like you couldn't ever take a shower and you'd have to stop smoking inside after a while because we would run through all the hot water because like so many people would be doing it at the same time.
Damn.
Would just
dude.
be sitting in like their steamy bathroom, just ripping cigarettes,
Yep,
chugging
smoking
beers.
heaters. Yep. We used to do that in the
Good time.
dorms. Does not
It's a
not
good
help. I
time.
don't think. I don't think that helps.
It does,
You do?
bro. When your room's getting inspected,
You talking about cigs?
yeah.
I don't think, dude. I think a
Here's
cigarette.
Here's the thing. You'd think that, but I'm not kidding. We would get our rooms inspected like twice a week at least. And I never knew anybody who got caught.
Maybe they were just
where they
doing
were
a
like,
little-
"Oh, it smells like cigarettes." The worst that ever happened was somebody forgot to flush one down a toilet once.
Nah. God
But
damn
like
it.
they would never catch. Nobody ever got caught smoking in their room.
Damn.
Doing
That's
that,
crazy.
that I'm aware of.
Bro, one time I was doing that all right, so I got a job doing convention centers. Like I was working for the company that our company would scan your business card. Like we had the little machine that scanned your business card and downloaded all your contacts. So I would go to these conventions. So we have one in Atlanta. It was the first one I got to like travel. And they put me up in a hotel room. They're like, yo, after you check in, go downstairs. The boss will be waiting for you at the bar. So I'm like, cool, dude, this is going to be dope. I want to hit this
Yeah.
one hitter. So I have the shower going, and I'm hitting this one hitter. And I hit it probably about 3 or 4 times. And, you know, it's where you're just sitting there, and I'm like zoning out. Well, you know, hotels, you can just run that hot water.
Yeah.
So my phone rang. So I go to open open the door to grab my phone, and all this steam goes out, and it's right by the fucking smoke detector.
Oh, and it sets it
Dude,
off.
so I set the alarm off. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh shit. So they call up to the room. I'm like, no, it's fine. And they're like banging on the door. So the whole time I'm just sitting there, and this dude's like knocking on the door. So I'm like running through, like, what am I gonna say? I was like, dude, I'm already about to get kicked out of this hotel. I've been here for fucking
Wow.
2 hours.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna get kicked out. And then the dude that comes to the door, he's like the maintenance guy or whatever. He like opens his door. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm sorry. I just, I had the steam going. He just looks at me and goes, no. Walks over, takes this one detector down, hits the button. I was like, nah, man, I had the shot. He goes, no, I don't care. And then put it back
Hell
and
yeah.
just like walked out. I was like,
That's the nice thing about
because it just
maintenance
reeked
guys.
like fucking
Yeah.
weed. I was like, as soon as you walked in, I had this whole fucking explanation, and like he's like, no, no.
Dude, I mean, one time like years ago, when I was doing the beer stuff, I had like a work road trip,
Mm-hmm.
and I bought weed off of the hotel maintenance guy.
Nice.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was pretty sweet.
That's what. How was the weed? Was it good?
It was, yeah. I mean, it wasn't
Nice.
great, but it was like serviceable for what you.
Right.
It was maintenance guy.
I mean,
weed, you know?
hey, it's weed when you don't
get
have
what
it.
you get, bro.
God, weed when you don't have it is amazing. When you meet somebody that can sell you weed, like a city that you're working in.
Also, like it's crazy. Sometimes small towns have it so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It was great
Yep.
because, like, I remember the amount that I offered him, which was like standard
Mhm.
price for the amount, and he was like, "Yeah," like he was like accepted it like that's a lot extra.
That's awesome.
Like I would have given you this for $20, dude.
Yeah, man. I used to do that in apartments. When I lived in apartments, I would like if the maintenance guys had to do something, I would give them beer. I'd ask them if they wanted to
Yeah.
smoke. Like so that way, I always
Beers
figured
are
if
always a thing,
dude, if
yeah.
they're drinking beers in my place and something ever came up, I'd be like, who?
give him a call.
Yeah, that fucking guy was drinking beer in my place. You
Yeah.
know, like what the fuck? Just call him up. No, I got high with a dude in a that was like a housekeeper at a hotel, but it was with a pen.
Mm.
He like came in and was like, damn, smells good in here. I was like, shit, bro, you want to hit it? And he's like, don't mind if I do.
There you
He
go.
like sat down. I remember it was the
Yeah.
final four. So he just sat down at like the chair and we're just
Hell
smoking.
yeah. Dude, that's awesome.
I know. I looked at him like, you could just kick it. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I need a second. I was like, yeah, man, tell him I was being hell. You got to,
Yeah.
dude, getting high with somebody who's working is a great, like you're doing a service, like a bartender or like anybody. That's
Yeah.
a service.
I don't know if I've necessarily done that, but
Well, I guess I do it because I have friends. Like
Yeah,
showing up
yeah,
to your
yeah.
buddy's bar that's bartending and I'm handing them a
you've
pen.
like worked at bars.
Yeah,
and
like you
stuff.
hand somebody a pen in the middle of their shift. Oh, muffins. We go around and just fucking hand muffins out. That's
Change the
best.
whole mood of that kitchen.
Dude, you got to. You got to. I mean, I think that's what I don't understand how people wait tables and don't smoke weed. I am such a cranky
I
cunt
never,
some
I'm
days.
so glad
Like,
I never
like,
got
I'm
into,
just like,
I'm so
what?
glad I never got into waiting.
It's rough. I just started doing it again because the money is so good, though. It's like good, quick money, but fuck, people suck, dude.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say this, old people have the worst fucking attitudes, and I don't even think they mean to be rude. I just think old people's attitude just fucking sucks. They're just pissy. Yes, dude. Like, just pissy about everything. Like, and I've done it for so long now,
they've
I
been
can tell you
around.
who's gonna be the worst.
They've been around. They've seen all the bullshit, and they're just like, let's do something different. They're like the God Emperor of Dune, man. It's in the book is in front of me. I had to throw a reference in.
You're like, boom, plugged it.
Yeah, they've experienced and seen so much that they need some difference in their life. So they're like, let's be a cunt today.
Yeah. And they'd like to attack people that can't
Yeah.
fucking fight back. That's a big thing. I think they feel helpless and
I
they've been
mean-
getting yelled at all day. So they
Yeah.
go somewhere where they're like, oh, fucking tear this guy up.
Yeah.
This shit is cold.
Yeah, because everybody else, like, I mean, it's when you can't do stuff for yourself, that's got to be very frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's
I get it.
Yeah. So
I mean, I get it. I just try to
Uh,
level myself out with enough weed to not be a cranky cunt. When I feel myself, like today, I was fucking woke up just not in the mood. And I was like, I'm going to smoke myself out of this.
I've been sleeping real good lately, and it's
Really?
been great. Yeah.
What? What's your secret? I've been sleeping like shit.
Working too much.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That will do it.
And like I'm not drinking near as much lately. Like I'm really cutting back
Cheers.
on everything except the old nicotine pretty much. And like I don't
Yeah.
know. It's getting better.
Yeah. It definitely helps you sleep because alcohol fucks you up, man.
Oh yeah.
The other night I got tore up. It was like one of the first nights I went out after like working for 2 weeks. I blacked out. And
don't do that.
Christina said she walked into the fucking living room and she's like, what is all over the floor? Like, what is wet? Like, what is wet? And then she walks in the kitchen and I just am blacked out with like a Brita filter. I'm just walking around the house with a Brita filter, like a toddler with a sippy cup, just spilling that shit everywhere as I went. Said I was sitting on the oven door. Just having a little think.
Wow.
You
You turned the oven on low because it was cold.
She said she walked in. She's like, you weren't asleep. You were just sitting on the oven door.
Just thinking.
Yeah, just having a little think. Like, how do I get this water
Bro.
in here?
Those drunk things are kind of the best though, right?
Oh yeah.
Like if only
Especially
could
when you
re-
go
yeah.
out to do that. Like when you go out to be like, I'm doing it. Like I've had a rough day. I don't give a shit. T minus till I black out.
Yeah. I like my favorite. Have I told you I like to drunk read?
No. Really?
No? Yeah, it's my favorite. So like,
How drunk?
so my favorite thing is if I have a day, like I'll take a day for it. You know, we're like,
I have a great idea too. I'll hit you with it.
and this isn't like
I
a whole
just thought
day.
of
This is like if I'll go like to like I don't know, like a pizza place or a place with a bar, but not a busy bar.
Yeah.
And I'll sit down and I'll read and I'll start ordering beers.
Mhm.
And then I will probably get like 3 or 4 beers in there,
Yeah.
get like a good buzz.
Yeah.
And then I'll order food, eat the food, sober up, and then I'll just kind of like keep drinking, but I'm reading the whole time. And I'll read through like a lot of pages
That sounds
over
phenomenal.
the course of just like catching it, like just riding a nice buzz for like 5 or 6 hours and just reading the whole time is really nice.
That is nice. I'm surprised you read the whole time. You don't listen to it.
No, I read.
So fuck.
Well, because here's the thing: you're also at a bar, and a bar that's not that, so it's not super loud. You get some good eavesdropping too. Like that's kind of the ulterior motive of doing it somewhere like that, because like you can be reading, and then somebody says something like that just catches you, and you're like, oh, now we're listening to that.
like changing the channel. Disappeared.
pretending to read, see what's
That's
happening
awesome.
here,
Bro.
Yeah.
This guy did that at my cousin's pool. He like would sit at the pool and he just would sit there with his book and just like everybody be having a good time. And then they get home and he would have like a 3-paragraph Facebook post on like the community at the apartment. Like, they were drinking beer and leave. Dude, it's like, you sassy little bitch. You
Bro.
sat there and fucking fake read the entire, cause he was like quoting shit people said.
That's
like
wild.
fucking, and then so my cousin's telling me that, right, as we're going
Yeah.
to the pool, I didn't know who it was. So as I'm walking to the pool, I'm all buzzed up. I'm like, that's fucking lame, dude. Fuck that guy, that tattletale bitch. And it's the dudes in the fucking pool. My cousin's like looking at me like,
Well, I guess there's gonna be another post
that's
tomorrow.
what he said. He's like, well, I guess we're fucking on it. Yeah. What a little bitch though. Like
Yeah.
we just sit there and like fake read and then fucking
Yeah. I mean, why would you dox yourself like that on eavesdropping? Like eavesdropping is so fun. You
Yeah.
don't want to get caught.
Yeah, and make a Facebook
Have you
post.
ever
it's
been
like,
caught
What?
eavesdropping?
Uh-huh.
You ever been caught?
Oh yeah.
I got caught recently.
How'd you get caught?
So here's the thing. It was actually ended up being real cool, and I had like a nice conversation with some people. It was like a couple, like a brand new couple, like second or third date, but they were like going hard for like a few like they met like 3 days before and were going on a date every day.
Yeah.
But they were so like they're just talking about
So
you know,
you got the
weird
whole
shit.
fucking
Yeah, and I'm reading, and at this point, I'm kind of going in and out of like actual reading and listening. But like at one point, somebody said something that like caught me. That was where I like moved, I like moved, and she saw it, and she brought it up later.
Oh,
like,
so she did a call
Like
back.
here's the thing, she called it back. Yeah. So like she brought me into the conversation. Like,
See, that's a masterful arguer.
She's one of those people. She brought the whole bar into the conversation, and it
God, I hate
became. It
that.
was kind of a fun thing because it was like, I don't know, just like a group chat thing. It was kind of fun. It was like a spontaneous.
So
just
what were they
group of
arguing
people.
about? Like, what were
They
talking
weren't
about?
arguing.
Oh,
they were
weren't
just
arguing.
like talk like meeting
Okay.
each other stuff. But somebody said like a town name that's like very specific and nobody around here would know. And I was like, oh, but. Yeah, then later on she was like, she brought that thing up and was like, I saw that you heard when I said that earlier, and I was like,
Damn, she's like next level,
Whoa.
just realizing everything that's going
dude,
on.
this lady
Damn.
was like, I don't know, like I don't know if she was like on too many drugs or the right amount.
That's what I was thinking.
or,
She's
like-
probably on a little Adderall, a couple of
Yeah.
drinks.
Adderall for sure.
That Adderall with alcohol, I fucking
I've
hated it.
never really.
Dude, I did it one time at that Auburn game. That's why they gave me an Adderall. They were like, dude, this guy couldn't even take the fucking student ID. Give him something, bro. And they gave me this Adderall.
That's
and
a
then it was,
horrible idea.
dude, then you're just so drunk, but your body
Yeah.
is just like, let's go, let's go, let's go. So I call it the Geppetto, dude. You're out there like a little puppet, dude. Like, you should not be going.
Yeah.
It's like, what is happening?
Oh,
I
that's
got
not
caught
fun.
eavesdropping one time when I was a door guy. This
Yeah.
couple was fighting. I mean, this girl was giving it to this guy, and I was just fully like, and she turned around. I was like, really? She's like, excuse me. She's like, I'm talking.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
can't say hilarious shit like that if
This-
you don't want me
I
to
was
listen.
so embarrassed though when she saw me. I was like, then I was like, damn, I was making full eye contact, mouth open, like.
You just like pulled a Blake and left the place
Yeah,
forever.
I was high as fuck, just like in their conversation. Like I was having PTSD because she was bitching about something that I've been bitching at for. I was like, stand strong, bro. Just give her a snack. She's just hungry. She's mad.
Just make sure you get
That
an
Dedrick
appetizer.
bit about fucking feeding his girlfriend is so funny. He has a bit about it too, but I'm like, yeah, I got caught. It's getting caught is like, a girl got caught the other day. I was looking at something on my phone that I work with. I looked over. She's just staring at my phone. I was like, damn.
Oh,
She's like,
that's
I am
something-
so sorry.
No, I don't. Do
She goes,
that.
I cannot believe I just did that. She goes, that is crazy. Because I was like looking at something like, take a fucking picture.
Yeah.
Like she was over there just
Jesus.
like,
I don't do that. Like I think that I have more often been weird. Like
What's-
if somebody thinks that I might have
Right.
been doing that.
what's weirder? Looking at somebody's phone or having the thing that blocks it out where you can't see what's on their phone?
Ooh, that's a good point.
Because I had a buddy that dated a girl and he was not cool with that. He's like,
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck is she like need a CIA level like
Yeah.
blocker on her phone?
I just assume baby dicks is what they're looking at.
I was like,
If
I don't
that's
know,
the
dude.
thing. It's
That ain't
some
good.
dark shit. Yeah.
It ain't good.
dark.
It's worse than cheating.
She is cheating. No, that's
Yeah.
cheating is the last thing that you should be worried
Yeah.
about that this lady's doing. Though.
Yeah, she's definitely cheating. Yeah, I caught a girl cheating one time. I came home from work. I wasn't supposed to.
Oh, the old
I like
school,
left
the
and
old.
oh yeah, left
wow.
and then left my apron. So I turned around to get my server apron. So I came back in, dude. She was like, she like jumped up. I was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Nothing. What are you doing?" And I was like, "Nothing. Either a snake just bit you or you're a dirty whore." Like the way you just jumped back from that phone. She's
Yeah.
it's like, damn. I know I didn't even need to see it.
Bro, no chill. Women have no chill.
No. But you know what? Let me tell you, this is
Like,
a
if you were doing the same thing and she walked in, you would have just been
shattered phone.
like, what's up? Well, no, could you see the phone when you walked in?
Yeah, I walked in and she just threw it.
Okay.
I mean, she just like, she wasn't expecting me. So she was fully in.
But
Dude,
I wouldn't. I think that I would have the presence of mind not to respond. In a way
I see what
that's
you're saying.
obvious.
Yeah, it's the poker face. I see what
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying. We'll just give him the stone face.
Yeah.
But dude, let me tell you, as a younger man,
You didn't.
I made the mistake of going through somebody's phone that I thought was, it never is what you want to see. It shatters
No.
you, bro.
Yeah.
You're just reading text messages like, why am I reading this?
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's just not good. If you think she's cheating on you, leave. Like, don't go through the phone. You don't need to see that kind of evidence. That's not good for your psyche. It shattered me, bro.
Yeah, I have a very strict, like, I mean, I don't date anyway.
I was like, bubble bath pictures? Damn.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not in the market, but anyway, like, I have a very, like, I don't want you to look at my information. Like, I have a weird thing about, like, my joke cards.
Yeah.
Like, if I'll get mad if I'm sitting there.
Put it down. That's my manifesto.
It's not even that.
No.
Like, if somebody's, I'm to the point where I've worked through that.
No.
Like if I want, like, I'm gonna be like, hey, can you bring me that? And if they're staring at it, I'm gonna be like, come on, man, what the fuck? Like, that's rude.
Yeah, you definitely hit me with that.
There have been times where I've looked over and somebody was just standing there, just staring at it, and I'm like, what the fuck, man?
And we
Like,
all want to know what you're writing. Everybody wants to know what somebody is writing. As soon as somebody starts writing, you're like, what are they writing?
Well, I'm not even talking about writing. I'm just talking about having it out because,
Oh,
like, at a mic, I'll just have it out so I can scan it throughout.
They
you
just
know.
fucking
And
your.
people just stare at it.
They
and
see
I'm like,
bullet points. They're just
what
like,
the fuck? Yeah, they're like, what do his bullet points say?
Is
and
he
it's
getting
like,
stuff done today?
it's gonna make nothing. It's not gonna make any sense until I start saying.
No,
stuff.
let's be
I
real.
promise.
Trent, they're looking at you going, that guy's not writing down a list, is he? That guy's not making a list right now, is he? The guy with... Is that guy making a fucking list? Babe, the guy, I think...
We need to
Can
leave.
you see?
We can't stay at this show.
Can you see? Come here. You got the better
Is my
vision.
name
he
on that
making-
list?
Yeah, is he making a list? It's like you just pull out a layout of the room.
I
Everybody's
never-
like, whoa.
I never thought about it that way. That
Yeah, dude.
that maybe a guy that looks like me having note
Yeah,
cards is
yeah.
a little nefarious.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't want to hurt your feelings, bro. But it's like,
No.
hey, if you're wearing a trench coat, you don't get to walk around with a guitar case. Like, you can't just walk around with a guitar case and a trench coat. Those days are done, bro. Those
You know
days
what?
are done.
Thanks for giving me that perspective. I never saw that, but it makes sense.
You're like, what, dude? I'm a trumpet player and trench coat enthusiast.
Yeah. I'm trying to bring ska back. Leave me
I'm
alone.
bringing, yes, it's a trombone case. I swear.
There's just a trombone in there. I promise.
Which is equally as fucking annoying. Trombone is the
Yeah. If somebody walks into a bank, sets a trombone case on the floor, would you rather they're pulling out a gun or a trombone?
a gun. 100%,
Yeah.
dude. Please pull a gun out. We can handle that, bro. If you just
Yeah.
start playing the trombone, I don't even know what the rules are. Like, can
Yeah.
we make you stop? Like,
I think I would grab the end of it and I would pull that thingy out so that they couldn't fucking play now, you pussy.
you just stone face him, just walk up.
You can have
That's
this back
amazing.
when I leave.
That's like that video of the dude in Athens. The girl walks up and she goes to touch his keyboard and it just completely falls off. And like, yeah, she was a drunk
Yeah.
woman, but I'm like, bro, your janky setup did
Yeah,
not.
you gotta.
You're on the streets of Athens and you just got it like.
Yeah, you need to do something to protect yourself.
Yeah, it was propped up like one of those Looney Tune fucking traps. Like that shit. Like,
Well, we're
good?
like,
We're
yeah, we're
done?
like 58 minutes in.
All right, man. Thank
about
y'all for
time.
tuning in, guys. We'll be back. We do have shirts are now available.
Sure. Go
So if
grab
you
one.
see me, if you see me at a show or send us a message on the Instagram and I will ship them. So hit me up.